you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you are here. If you are new here, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. I put out a lot of thrift related content, whether that be thrifting with me's, which I just did a couple days ago, which you should definitely go check out, or a lot of things related to my thrift business that I run on Instagram, which you should also go follow. Today I am going through one of the most insane things that I've ever thought of. I am showing you every single thing I have ever thrifted and kept. It's kind of cool to like pick through my room and like look around and see all of the things that I thrifted, and I kind of forget that I ever thrifted it, but it's made up so much of the things that I live with every single day, majority of like clothes, and so I am excited to show you guys everything and give you a couple of things that you might want to thrift for, like give you a couple ideas. So let's just like talk about like how we define thrifted items in this video. For me, I'm gonna define it as anything that I've bought from a secondhand store, so whether that be Goodwill or Salvation Army, so anything that's considered a thrift store, like a storefront, or online, whether it be from a thrift account, which I have plenty recommended in my highlights on my Instagram profile, or if I bought them from like Poshmark or a friend that was like cleaning out their closet. So these are the three categories I am ranking my pieces in. So the worst category, category number 3, is called back to the outlets, which means you can sell it at the bin price, it's not worth it, it's not worth whatever I paid for it, back to the bins. Just kind of means like I don't really know why I bought it, and I don't know if I want to keep it or if I have gotten enough use out of it, all those kind of things. So the second category is kind of like in the 80% range. I could probably get a C. I get a good amount of wear out of it, but I'm not in love with it, and that would be grandma tier. So that means that, you know how a lot of things you thrift are like they once belonged to a grandma or whatever, so we're gonna kind of play on that. The top category, the coveted category that everyone wants to achieve is reusable bag worthy. So I'm excited to see what pieces I put in reusable bag worthy. Honestly, I quite clearly like a lot of these items, so I hope I can be brutal with them, and I have everything split up into categories. So the first thing we're going to start with are all of my household items. Okay, so this category is actually kind of small because I usually like to thrift clothes. Obviously my business is based around thrifting clothes, so it kind of makes sense. So the first thing that I'm going to show you guys is a household item that I got from Goodwill. I love this mug. If you know me, you know I drink out of this mug all the time, and I think it is so funny. I think we're gonna have to start out really good. It's really funny, and it says sexy and sensational at 60, which I'm obviously not 60, but like I love having that like confidence in the back of my head to be sexy and sensational when I'm 60. And it's a really good basic sized mug. It's held up really well, and I found it in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, and I think that kind of like brings like even more character to it. So I guess the first item, the sexy and sensational at 60 mug, goes in the reusable bag worthy category. I'm gonna have to learn how to be more brutal. Okay. So the second item, I'm just gonna do them together because they're from the same place and they're kind of the same thing. I bought these books at Final Cut, which I will link that video in the corner. I did a whole video on what I got there, and I did a whole haul, and so I bought these books because I wanted them to be like desk decoration, and I think they are doing really well for that purpose. But I will say I have not cracked either of them open because the topics are, I don't know, like I should probably want to indulge myself in these, but in reality, like, I just think they're pretty and that's really vain. So I think I'm gonna have to rank these 2 books in the second category, grandma tiered. My grandma has a lot of books laying around that she doesn't read either, and so sorry to all the librarians that watch my channel. Okay, and then the last household item is actually behind me. So This is the pillow sham that I showed in the Final Cut video, like I said. So I bought this from Final Cut. It's just a pillow sham and it's really colorful and it brings more green to my room, and I have a lot of green. I have a lot of plants in here and it works really well with like the hardwood and works well with these green pillows. I mean, I think it's an overwhelming, absolute grandma tier. But you didn't see that one coming. I put this in grandma tier just because if I had to, I could live without this. So, next category is accessories. So, let's get started on those. This scrunchie and scarf combination was from Final Cut. It was probably like $5, I don't recall, but it does separate into a full scarf and a scrunchie individually, which I like, but ever since I figured that out, I haven't been able to fold it back normal, so it actually just like looks like a huge scarf tied onto a scrunchie when before it didn't at all. So, due to that, I am going to put this gorgeous little scarf and scrunchie number in back to the outlet. I'd rather just tie this scarf into my hair, you know, like it's just like. Next up in this little hat of goodies, we have two more. Oh my gosh. I really bought a lot of Final Cut, if you can't tell. But these are both from Final Cut. Oh. So these are sunglasses number 1, which were the most recent ones that I bought. And I really like them, and I actually wore them in an Instagram picture. You can go check out my personal Instagram here. And then I also bought these. Yeah, you know where this is going. These are going to grandma tier. And then these, I think they're going back to the bins. I mean, I have to be brutal, but like I never pick these up and say, okay, yeah, that's the one today. Let's move on. And finally, the last item in accessories would be this hat. So the story behind this hat is a very short one. I bought it, I have never worn it, and it hangs on my wall. I enjoy it though, like it doesn't fit well on my head, and I'm not Jason Mraz. I enjoy having it in my room, but I would not be mad if I gave it back to the bins. Wonder what category is next. So first up on the shoe list are a couple of shoes that you guys have seen before, and if you haven't, once again, check out my other videos. These were featured in my quarantine haul. I am still obsessed with these. These are still like my go-to. I have not only an attachment to these, but I think they are still so sick. I love the color, I love the pattern. These are like God tier, to be honest. I'm gonna put these in reusable backworthy. Next up are some shoes. I'm not sure if you've seen these guys before, but these are from Kier's Funky Finds once again. They're very Instagrammable shoes, but I will say they do give me blisters. That's no fault of Kirsten, but I am gonna put these in grandma tier only because they give me blisters and they're not like realistic, so I can't really wear them that often, but I do wear them often and just get blisters. Next up are shoes that you guys saw in my last video in my thrift with me. These are the Wilson sneakers, the white chunky sneakers that I bought. I really like these, but I have not worn them yet because I have those white sneakers, I have Adidas white sneakers, I have my Air Force Ones. I don't know why I bought these when I was literally wearing them on my feet when I went. So I'm gonna say that these go back to the bins until I figure out how to wear them. So. Now we are going to move on to the swimsuit category. So as you can see, I really like animal print. So we are going to start with the single items. This is a piece that I bought from an online seller and it makes me look naked. Back to the bins. This is a little pair of swimsuit bottoms. It's high-waisted, it's pink, they're a little tight on me. Let's get brutal. back to the bins. This, oh, I wanted these to be so good, but they're good, but they also make me look like a stripper or like George of the Jungle, you know what I'm saying? These are Reformation Bottoms, and I never thought in a million years I would be able to wear Reformation Bottoms. And so I decided to buy a pair off of Depop so I didn't have to do the big price tag and still buy secondhand, etc, etc. I love them, but the style with like the really thin strap on the side just makes me look like a hoe. So, Grandma tier. Alright, let's check out this set. So this is a cheetah print bandeau and high-waisted bottoms set. I am holding this wrong. I really enjoy the set. I have taken a couple pictures in it and I think it looks really good on me, in my personal opinion. And so I'm going to put this in grandma tier just because I wear it, but it's not my first choice. Now we get into the one pieces. I bought this from Kier's Funky Finds. Are we shocked? No. J. Crew open back zebra print, and it like actually has like real zebras on it. It's not like just the print, it's like their heads. And so I really like this piece and I'm really glad that Kirsten found it. And then finally, this is an LA Hearts brand swimsuit that I picked up at my last trip to the thrift. It has the strappy up in the back and it's not that easy to put on, and also the front of it rolls over. So, oh my gosh, I never gave a rating for this. Reusable bag worthy. So I think this one's gonna go back to the bins because it's like super not my first choice. So. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I'm stuck. Okay. So this is everything that I have hung up in my closet. We are going to start with dresses. First, this little night dress kind of looking piece. I really love this dress. I think it is very youthful and fun, and I wore it all the time last year. But I haven't worn it this summer. I wore it last summer and I haven't worn it this summer yet. So this one is a grandma tier because I believe that I will wear it again soon, but just haven't. This is a dress that I wore to a formal last year. I initially got it at Unclaimed Baggage, and now all of like the big boutiques are selling it, and so I think this was a really good find. I think this was a really good find on my part just because I kind of grabbed it before everyone had it in like every color. And so I really enjoy this dress, but I haven't worn it since, and you can see your boobs directly through. So let's put this in grandma tier. This dress I bought from Thrift with Greer. I've never featured her on my page before, but she is a good friend as well, and you guys should definitely check her out. I bought this from Thrift with Greer, and I was like, I'm totally gonna be able to alter it. Like, it's a 3X. It might look good slouchy. Didn't look good slouchy, so I tried to alter it, and like I did I did an okay job, but I don't know, I don't reach for it, and so that's my only concern. But I think one day I will be able to reach for it, so this is gonna go in grandma tier. This next dress is literally the dress of my dreams. I really don't know what my style is, but I think it's kind of leaning to cottagecore in some way. But this dress is just like so fun to wear. Like, it's super flattering. I just can't believe I thrifted it, and so this was a great thrifted find. This is going in reusable bag worthy. Next up are t-shirts. Star Wars t-shirt. So I know this was originally sold at Target, but I did thrift it from a consignment store. I think this is a fun shirt. I like to layer sleeve, like long sleeve shirts under it and stuff, but I don't wear it in the summer because it's not like a big slouchy oversized t-shirt. This one for me is a back to the bins, but I do like having it. Next up is this Paris tee that I got from the Thrifty Girl. I believe that's her at Haley Mosley. The Thrifty Girl, G-U-R-L. But this is such a fun shirt, and I want to live in Paris one day, like I've said before. I would honestly wear this with this outfit. But love it. It has a bunch of little Paris landmarks. I wish it was a little bit bigger on me, but it is an extra large, so it's definitely big on me. This is going to be a reusable bag worthy. Okay, next up is this huge, I've had this one for over a year and I love this shirt to no end. This is my Houston We Have a Problem t-shirt, but it's actually from Park City, Utah. And the guy's skiing and he's like flipping over and he lost a ski and he lost his ski things. So, love it. It is a XX and I think this is like the perfect size for a tee, so. Next up is another big t-shirt. This one is a XXX and I bought it off of a thrift account last year. So I was looking for like a good staple black lazy t-shirt. This Seattle, it has Sylvester. So obviously if you know Sylvester he would say Seattle like Seattle, so I thought it was very funny, but it's just a little too big so I can't really wear it as my like staple black shirt. This one's gonna go in grandma tier because I don't wear it as much, I really just wear it to sleep. So this one says do the nice thing and it's from Kier's Funky Finds. Immediately goes into reusable backworthy because I love this shirt, I wear it all the time. The Charlie C has seen some stuff. I bought it off of eBay, which is a good place to find like specific items that you're looking for, specific vintage items, but it is just such a staple. Love it, love it, love it, reusable bagworthy, 100%. Alright. This is a bodysuit from Free People that I originally got from Final Cut a long time ago. I've worn it once, literally one time. I really liked it when I wore it one time, but I literally wore it one time. And it's tight in some wrong places, so this is going in grandma tier. This top, y'all, is from the Thrifty Girl, Haley. This is such a good top. You guys saw this in my cow pants video, and I love this find, and I'm so glad that I bought it from Haley. Alright, we're almost done with tops. So this is a one-shouldered sweater, like sweatshirt material kind of, that I really, really love. I was going to sell it initially, and then I decided to keep it for myself. I really love this top, and I try and wear it as much as possible, so this is gonna go in reusable bagworthy. Here are the last two tops. This one on the left here, this is an American Eagle Real Soft tee. I like to layer this one, but I don't really wear it that much, so this one's going to go under grandma tier. And then this is my baby. I wore this in my last video. This is one of my favorite things. It's a linen button-up that I thrifted a long time ago. Haven't let go of it. I love it. It goes straight to reusable bagworthy. Okay, let's get started on bottoms so I don't pass out before this is over. So we're gonna start out with these Fabletics biker shorts. I bought these from another thrift account, Love. Such a good find. So these are gonna go straight to reusable bagworthy, no problem with that. And finally, these are my sweatpants. These were made for my body, and I'm so thankful that I have them. These are Foot Locker's men's medium. It has like the jogger style where it like pulls into the bottom. These are the perfect sweatpants. I have the Brandy Melville sweatpants that I got, but I still prefer these like a million times. They're such higher quality. There's no reason to spend your money on Brandy when I got those for like $5 at the thrift store. Reusable bagworthy. So these are Route 66 jeanswear jeans. Love them. I actually bought them and I didn't think they were gonna fit me, and then they fit me perfectly. They fit me like a glove. Great shorts, 10 out of 10. Reusable bagworthy. These two pairs of Levi's actually go together because they came together. I got a bundle on Mercari of 3 pairs of Levi's and I decided to keep these. These are 501s and they both fit me the same way. They're button flies, but these are both the same. I think these are gonna go grandma tier just because I would pick those vintage ones over the Levi's. We are almost finished. So this skirt I bought off of a Facebook group at school. So this is a Free People leather skirt. I wore it with that Free People bodysuit and I really liked the way it looked, and I think this was a great look for then. I had worn it a couple times after that, but I really haven't worn it that much, especially because it's getting hot. So grandma tier, just because I don't get that much use out of it. And this is an item you guys have seen before. This is the Nasty Gal skirt that I bought from Flyby Thrifts, and I actually wore it in my Final Cut video. I love this skirt. This is going to reusable bagworthy. And finally, we are at the end. This is one of my first thrifted items actually that I ever kept for myself. I've actually talked about this skirt in a previous video. it just like has a lot of sentiment for me. It is very pretty and it has a lot of layers to it. I'm really glad we're ending on this note because it kind of makes me sad. I would have worn this skirt at the camp that I always go to because we do have a dress code. And so it's really nice to look back on memories, not only through the clothes, but to know that I can continue to wear these clothes as I like grow and as I like continue to love them. Okay, we did it. I hope you guys enjoyed me trying to be brutal about my clothes, but just being super over emotionally attached to them. And I hope you guys try this with your own wardrobe to see how much you are thrifting versus buying fast fashion. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big ol' thumbs up and definitely subscribe down below. Yeah, I love you guys. I'm very thankful for you. And I'll see you in the next one.